everyone. I'm with Mike. We're at the Union Station in what is this city?
Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-town.
And it's Mike with a Y. And Mike is a fantastic cat. He went to school for psychology, and he made a career out of working with his hands. And he works with a company called J.R.I.P.
J.R.I.P is a program that we started to help at-risk youths change their lives around by teaching them a skill in the trade.
And J.R.I.P. stands for.
Juvenile Robbery Intervention Program.
And where's it based?
It's based out of Rockaway, New York. A few of the officers from my local precinct, we've gotten together, and it seems to be working. Getting the kids off the street, showing them there's a different way, and some take to it and some don't. And since we've started about 10 years ago, we've had a pretty decent turnover.
That's fantastic. I mean, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Exactly.
But and they have these intervention programs like Scared Straight. Remember that one? That was pretty successful.
I remember Scared Straight. Only difference is our program, we give you that choice. It's up to you to make the choice. If you want to learn a skill, learn a trade, and use that to advance your life. Or you can
Now we know the problems of the inner city. I think it's a product. You're a product of your environment. If you can get someone out of that environment and put them in something more.
I won't say that. I'll have to disagree with
That's
because
fine.
I grew up in the environment,
Okay.
and to this day, I've never had a traffic ticket, never been stopped by the cops.
You did
or
go to college.
anything.
You did have good guidance as a child.
And that's because I was scared of my parents.
Okay, you were scared straight.
I was motivated to be scared straight.
Right. Well, see now, the reason I said you're a product of your environment, when these kids are running around without any guidance, and they're not sitting down for dinner every night, and they're running out in the streets just trying to make a buck, maybe doing drugs or whatever it is, selling drugs. That's where the problem is, in my opinion.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a total expert on everything, but I just know that if you could get out of a negative, caustic environment, you have a better chance.
Yes. I've seen some who left, became successful, and failed because they came back and they weren't in the in crowd anymore. So they had to do something to keep that appearance up, which turned around and failed on them. And now they're back to doing the same thing before the program. Or some just didn't want to do the program because they didn't like what their friends were saying about it. You're a sellout. You don't care. You can't let everyone run your life for you,
Well, one of my sayings is, no one's opinion matters, but
Except
yours. Except yours. And we have a lot in common,
Yeah.
obviously. I didn't go to college, but I went to the school of hard knocks.
It's one of the best learning universities out there.
I thought so. At 17, I hitchhiked around the world for my education.
It's not bad.
It wasn't too bad. And it just served me right because I've done a lot of things in my life. And now I'm trying to share all that knowledge with the young people of the world. And I stayed in hostels as I travel around. I stayed in hotels and motels and ranches
Holiday
and what have you, and Holiday Inns, exactly. But I really like the hostels because that's where the young folks that are traveling around the world, that are reaching out to learn and grow, are.
It's definitely an experience that I feel everyone should have, everyone should try. And what I learned from it is that it doesn't cost a lot to do it. You just have to have the mindset and be willing to go forth and just give it a shot. Don't be scared to step outside of your zone. If you're used to wearing yellow, wear green. See
Right.
what happens. It's not gonna bother you. Don't think what people say about you.
You can't because everyone's opinion about you has an agenda for them.
And if you live your life according to what others think or what others saying, you're never gonna accomplish nothing.
And that's what we have to instill upon people, is to believe in themselves, be fantastic, be positive, right? What do you think about the Be Fantastic movement?
I think it's going to be fantastic.
It has a shot. It definitely has a shot, because look at that huge smile you have on your face.
Definitely does.
Endorphins are being released right now. They say whenever you smile, you live 5 minutes longer.
Yeah, well, and I just put some salad in me, so
You
I'm feeling all right.
eat healthy? Do you? You're
I'm a
healthy?
vegetarian, yes.
You're a vegetarian?
Yeah.
How long?
2009.
So 11 years. And why did you become a vegetarian?
A $500 bet.
I bet.
I could not stop eating anything with a heartbeat for 30 days.
Who bet you on that one?
A friend of mine.
Yeah. So you won the bet?
Yeah.
Did he pay off? Did he pay?
Yeah.
He paid?
He paid.
Really?
And fish.
So $500 buys a lot of vegetables.
If it had a heartbeat, it breathed air or water. I didn't need it.
So I've stayed on a 200-acre CBD farm in Oregon. What was it? Glendale, Oregon. And the guy was a vegan.
I'm jealous.
A vegan, right?
I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was a great experience, fantastic experience.
Sure it was.
But anyway, he was a vegan. Vegan? What is it? Vegan.
Vegan.
Vegan, and it didn't sit well with him. And now he's a primal eater. Do you know what that is? No. Primal is you don't eat anything cooked. Nothing cooked.
Everything is raw.
Everything raw, and he's been doing that for 20 years. And when I was on the ranch there with him, I saw a stove, and if you go to my Be Fantastic Today website, you'll see I have all these cooking episodes. And I said, I got to use the stove. It hadn't been used in 22 years. So I did one of my cooking episodes there. But it was, I stayed on hunting ranches in Washington, the CBD farm in Oregon. I've been camping in the national parks around the country. I've had a fantastic 168 days. You got to check out some of the videos. It's pretty freaking cool. And I'm going to go off to Costa Rica and the world, and hopefully spread the movement. You know, it's exciting for me to teach young people that there's a better way of treating people and yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and kindness is
it's
the ultimate act.
It starts with one, you know.
And you're doing a kind thing by teaching these young folk that they can use their hands, because I think apprenticeships are the best way of learning.
I just want to show them that, yeah, you can have the big car and the fancy clothes. You don't have to stand on the corner to do it.
Well, I've known a lot of rich people and a lot of celebrities, and believe me, you don't want to wish fame or fortune on your worst enemy. It is not a comfortable thing. I had a 65-foot yacht, lots of friends. Everyone wanted to be on my yacht on the weekends. When I sold it, no one called me anymore.
No one wanted to be your friend.
Exactly. Yeah. So you learn what people are like.
You know those who are closest to you who are going to be there when you have nothing or you're down.
Right.
I personally had 2 open heart surgeries. I am a survivor of metabolic spinal cancer.
Wow.
And during my time of me being down, I realized who was there for me. And out of the 10 fingers I have, I still got room left.
Yeah. Well, if you can count your friends on one hand, you're a very lucky person.
You know, so like I said, it's all about who you are, who you keep around you, and how they are as people themselves.
You know what I really love is when I hear my words coming out of someone else's mouth.
Everyone thinks the same, but people just don't want to talk.
They don't act the same, though.
No,
that's the problem. We live in a greedy, selfish, litigious, racist, and cruel world. Everyone's just chasing money.
Amen.
And there's better ways. And you've got it. Your friend here has it. And it's fantastic to meet people like yourself.
Hey, it's like I said, he and I just met on the train. Didn't even realize we're going the same direction, only an hour away from each other.
Is that right?
You know,
Trenton.
so
I had a girlfriend in Trenton.
So I mean, you know, things just happen. You know, things happen by nature.
Well, here's the thing. Most people are going down on a train or a plane with blinders on. They don't talk to the person sitting next to them. They're just so consumed in their own world that they don't reach out, and they don't learn, and they don't grow. So now you had a great conversation with your friend here and passed the time by because you opened up to talk to someone.
Yeah, it was
but most people don't do that.
And it just, boom, out of nowhere, we just started talking, and it's like, damn, we're getting ready to pull into Chicago.
Exactly. When I hitchhike around the world, I felt it was my obligation to entertain the driver because he was doing something to me for free out of the kindness of his heart, giving me a ride. So I always made sure the conversation flowed.
Right.
And a 10-hour ride goes real quick when you're talking.
Oh, yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah. And it was we both came from St. Louis, so that was a 5-hour trip. I talked to a guy for a couple hours. I went by pretty quick. And conversation is, well, like again, words matter, you know? We all have words. I want to thank you for your time.
No problem.
And you are a fantastic human being.
Listen, you know what? I feel fantastic.
There you go. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.